Hello friends, welcome to my channel Ideas for GD. Today we'll discuss about G20 presidency of India. India holds G20 presidency for 2023, that is from December 1st 2022 to 30th November 2023. This year India will host the presidency of G20. So now we'll discuss about what is G20. G20 is an international forum of major countries to address different issues related to climate change, financial stability, and economic issues in this forum, and many more things. Second, G20 members represent 80% of the world GDP, 75% of the international trade, and 60% of the world population. Presidency of G20 forum rotates to its member countries every year, and this year India got the presidency to host summits and decide the agenda of the summits. It is the responsibility of the presidency country to host all the summits and decide the agenda. In India's presidency of G20, our motto is One Earth, One Family, One Future. We will discuss about how to protect the earth from different disasters in the world. In India, the G20 summit will happen on 9th and 10th September in 2023. The motto will be One Earth, One Future, One Family, One Future. Now we will discuss about the importance of India's presidency. Due to this presidency, which will be hosted by India, it can demonstrate its India can demonstrate its best practices to the world and guide them to work accordingly. Like if we will talk about the India's UPI success, then India is far better than other countries. As per the data, 40% of the global transactions are done by UPI transactions, and India can also show it's bridging the gap, the digital gap among the citizens of the country, or we can say the population of the country. Through this G20 summits, or through the presidency of G20 by India, India will get the opportunity to build its soft power by inviting the delegates from different countries to come or to participate in the G20 summits, and it will allow to maintain a positive relationships with the member countries by inviting them in the summits, and discussing about the different issues in the world. Now we will talk about the challenges. As we know that there is a risk, there is a chance of recession in 2023. As we know that there are many big businessmen also warn the risk of recession in 2023. So it is a very big challenge for India to uh, to fix the summits, the G20 summits in 2023. Second thing is, in 2022 Indonesia got the presidency of G20, and the Indonesia was criticized by different members of the G20 by because it he was not taking the steps for green transition, for climate changes, and other reasons also. So, becoming a president of G20 summit, it is a very big responsibility for the country to take the action in its own countries on the related issues as per the agenda of the G summit. The second and the other one thing is that food insecurity. As we know that the inflation is rising every year, and we are facing the uh, price hike in every commodities. So in that case, the many countries, many low to medium income countries are facing issues like food insecurity, unavailability of the foods for their citizens. So, and on the other side, Russia Ukraine war is also happening. So these all things are creating the food insecurities in the world. So this one is also a challenge in 2023. And one more thing is that as India is hosting the presidency of 2000 G20 summit in 2023, so it will be a big challenge for India for making every country agree for the reforms in United Nations Security Council, the IMF, the World Trade Organization, and the World Bank. As they are more powerful, so it will be very difficult for India to make them agree on their commitments. And during the presidency, India will have to make a balance between the Western countries and Russia and China, because Western countries are not in the support of Russia and China because of their bad activities like Russia Ukraine war, and for China they are always ready to capture the land of other countries. So basically Western countries don't like these two countries. So India have to make a balance between Western countries as well as China and India, because in 2023 India will also host the presidency of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And in Shanghai Cooperation Organization, the China and Russia are also members of it. So India have to work very cautiously in G20 summits. Now we'll talk about conclusion. So in we can conclude about by saying it is a very good opportunity for India to host the G20 presidency, to host G20 summits in 2023. By this will help in creating a good relationship among different countries, different member countries of G20. So but and on the other side, India will also have to take many actions regarding the green energy, the renewable energy sources. Okay, as we if we'll talk about one earth, family, one future, then it is the responsibility of India to take actions on it itself first. Then we can expect any type of actions from other countries. So thank you. That's from my side.